Hey everybody, this is Sister Mills. Welcome to lesson 4. This week we're going to be talking about different ways that we use to analyze inheritance patterns. So we'll be talking about a lot of different statistics, including sum rule, product rule, and then we'll dive pretty deep into the chi-square test. So make sure you prepare for that. Also this week we'll be discussing human pedigree charts and how to understand and interpret those. All of the information from class this week will be on the test, and that's the biggest thing this week is that you have your first test. It is due Saturday by 11 Mountain Time. Make sure that you plan some time into this week to study for that test. The way the tests are set up in this class are like the first, maybe third, are going to be multiple choice and short answer. In that third, you should make sure that you know the definitions, that you can recite anything that we've studied so far. Many of the multiple choice questions have more than 4 options, so prepare yourself for that. Make sure that you really know the material. So I would go back, good study tip would be to go back through all of the instructor notes, look at them section by section, and make sure you really understand those topics on a very in-depth level. These tests aren't just surface tests, if that makes sense. You're going to have an in-depth knowledge of the topics in order to succeed. So you're really going to have to put in some time to study for them. The next big portion of the test is going to be a fairly extensive matching section. I can't remember exactly how many questions are involved, but it's easily more than 10. And you're going to have a lot of options. So once again, make sure that you've really dialed in your knowledge from these last 4 weeks. So that's the test will cover lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go back and review. If I've given you feedback on any of your problems, review that, because the final portion of the test are going to be questions that you would see on the homework assignments. So problems that you're going to have to solve. If you have any of those problems you weren't sure on how to work or you have questions on, please talk to me this week. Now's the time to really make sure that you understand how to work those step by step so that you can get the right answer and present the right answer on the test. I think the tests have a 3-hour time limit. I would say on average, people who do well on the tests are taking at least 2 hours. So make sure you set aside enough time in order to complete the test as well. If you have any questions, let me know. This week, if I can find the time, I may try and put out a kind of like a PowerPoint maybe of topics that I'll take directly from the test. I can't promise when I will get that out, so you should start your study process before that. But I will send that out as another announcement. So check the announcements midweek, and hopefully I'll get that done. And then once again, if you have any questions, now is the time to make sure that you really understand the material from these last 4 weeks. And below in this announcement, I've included another video that will help you work through practice problem number 2 this week. So if you have questions on that, watch that video. And then I've also included another video that a teacher made last semester that will help you know how to study for the test, I guess. She gives you a lot of good study tips and good ways to study in preparation for this kind of material. So really make sure that you save some time this week to study and to also take the test. And like I said, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you guys get through it. All of the tests will be in this format for the entire semester. You have 4 tests. All of them will be similar to this. So this will give you a good idea of what to expect for the rest of the semester. And then just make sure if you, once you take the test, if you want to go over it next week, contact me and we can go over it in person and walk through some stuff that you had questions on. I hope you guys all have a good week studying and that things go well for you. If I can help out with anything, if you have any group problems or group issues, it's really time to have locked in your groups. These will be the groups that you're with the whole semester. So if there's any problems, let's try and solve them now. and make sure that everybody has a group that they're comfortable with, that the timing works, so that you can be successful in that part of the course. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope you guys all have a great week.